right, Trendz. Well, as you know, the festive season is a time where most people do their traveling. I mean, you spend the whole year working, stressing, planning, and then in December, you take your flight and you go to some sort of exotic local destination. You go to Durban or you go to Cape Town, you go to Ballito. Well, today, this is exactly what we're here to find out. What happens from the time you check in your luggage to the time that you actually board the plane. I'm inside one of our local carriers, so let's see what it's all about. For you, the passenger, your journey to your special holiday destination begins here at the check-in counter where you get ready to board your flight. But for the cabin crew on any local flight, the day's work begins here in the briefing room. It is in this room that the cabin crew or flight attendants make preparations for the flight. It is not just a matter of checking in, but it's checking emergency on-person apparatus. There are many things like making sure each crew member has a working flashlight and extra batteries. It's checking logbooks and doing a hefty amount of paperwork. Each flight is different, and it is here that the captain or pilot briefs his crew. A briefing consists of where they are flying to, how many people on board, any passengers with special needs, weather conditions, and the duration of the flight. After this, it's onto the plane to get things flight ready.
My name is Tia. I'm a senior cabin crew member from OR Tambo and Lanseria. And
my name is Leah. I'm a junior cabin crew member from Lanseria Airport.
Okay, so we're about to demonstrate what we do on a daily basis while the passengers wait for us to board the flight. Leah's about to demonstrate her pre-flight check on the door, which is most imperative actually here at Mango. Each crew member is assigned their own door, and only that crew member can use that door for the duration of the flight. So what Leah is demonstrating right now is that the door has to be opened all the way and has to be locked against the fuselage of the aircraft. She has to put up her barrier strap to check whether that's operable as well. In case we have to leave the door open, we just have to show that for safety purposes the warning streamer is there. And she has to check whether it closes and flashes against the fuselage for any pressurization purposes. So this is the fire extinguisher check. You check whether it's there, you check the date, you check that you have enough on board, you check that it's sealed and secure and working. Back. Always have to go back. So Roxanne is checking whether the tape is in and whether it's working, and that it makes all the right announcements throughout the duration of when the tape is going to play. So you're going to play the tape.
On board one of Mango's Boeing 737-800.
Right. You stop the tape and you rewind it, and you make sure that it's ready for boarding when your passengers come on board. And then you check your in-flight lighting for different settings throughout the flight. And then you do an in-flight communication check where you make an announcement from the front, and then you make one where you call your crew members at the back. Working. That one is for the captain, which is silent. We can hear it, but trust me, passengers can't. Then she's going to do what we call a sit and fit. She checks the seats. She checks whether it's going to fit her. She adjusts the harnesses and the straps, and she's done. So Lisa's going to demonstrate how we check our medical equipment, starting with the oxygen cylinders. She's going to check whether it's there, that it's secured in its right place, that it is right, and the expiry date. And then she's going to make sure that it's secure again. Thereafter, she's got a megaphone. This is what we use in an evacuation when we're outside and we're trying to control the crowd. So this is another piece of equipment that we do really need in an emergency evacuation. So Lisa's taking out the grab bag now. It has to correspond with the doctor's kit that's next to it. It has a special color, special bag, and this one holds all of our breathing equipment that we're going to use in an emergency, a medical emergency on board.
After all this, the plane is now flight ready and passengers can begin boarding.